I'm Rob Van Raphorst. Welcome to MBA Now. Summers are often thought of as a slow time in the nation's capital, but we assure you there is always a lot going on behind the scenes. And as Congress is gearing up to return from their August recess, we've brought in MBA's Associate Vice President of Political Affairs, Alden Knowlton, to discuss the association's recent advocacy efforts and what you can do to make sure your voice is heard by your representatives. Alden, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Give us an update, if you will, on advocacy in August.
Yes, Advocacy in August is an initiative geared towards getting our members more plugged in and connected with their representatives and senators while they're back home in the states and district. It's a really key component of our advocacy efforts because the in-person meetings that we are working with our advocates to set up, and right now that's about 40 so far across the country, again, with senators, with representatives on key committees, some of them freshman members who are really unfamiliar with some of our issues. It's a really great way for us to educate them as practitioners in the industry on how their decisions in Washington impact their customers and the broader economy.
So if I'm an MBA member, how can I get in touch with my local elected official?
So you can do it a number of ways. We have several advocacy tools available through the Mortgage Action Alliance, or MA, which is MBA's free grassroots advocacy network. And you can actually use our platform to complete an action called Share Your Story, where you type in your information in a little form that we give you, and it matches you by zip code to your legislator. So you have a direct way of getting in touch with them right there. And we actually, with Share Your Story, provide some sample talking points that you can use to introduce yourself and your business and share the impact you have on the local economy, whether you're on the residential single-family side, putting people in homes, or the commercial multifamily side of the business, helping finance the buildings where your neighbors are working and shopping. All of those things in the click of a button, in less than a minute, you can get connected with your legislators and start establishing those relationships before you have really an ask. There's no legislative ask at all, actually. It's just introducing yourself and starting from scratch with those legislators.
So lastly, I would just ask you, why is MBA member engagement so important in our advocacy programs?
I think it's important because members of Congress respond to people in their districts, people who they're serving in Congress, people who could be voting for them later. They respond much more positively and much more quickly to concerns that are brought up from their constituents. So having our members weigh in is critically important because the members of Congress are going to pay lots more attention to voices from the district, voices from the state, because they are the ones that they're there serving.
Yeah, listen, you do such great work with MBA, and it's so important to be engaged, especially from an advocacy standpoint. So thanks so much for stopping by and telling us a little bit about what you're doing, and we look forward to the year ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.